At last. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is here, match reaction time. And listen, it's the first win on the board in the league season for us, Leeds United, with a very, very comfortable 1-0 victory against Watford. And it should have been more. I will say that it should have been more. As you come in, smash the like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You know the drill, people. Let's get me out of the bottom of these algorithms, man. Let's get me up there. So yeah, listen, people. I said all along this week, I don't even think this is going to be this long today because it felt like a training game for most of the time. In all honesty, it felt like a training game. I felt like we was in control for all of it. But my God, we were so wasteful. But we'll get into that. How is everybody feeling now after that victory today? Is everyone's spirits good? It should be better now. I know a few of you are worried, but there's nothing to be worried about. Listen, for the whole game, I mean, the story of the game is we was in control. We had the ball. We was moving very, very well today. Our movement was great, but that bit in the final third was iffy. You know, it's like that Avril Lavigne song, and it complicated. You know, why you gotta go and make things so complicated? You know, instead of shooting, they'd be passing. Instead of shooting. It was all matter at certain stages of the game. But for me, that was what I was looking for this week. I just said all along this week. I've been on shows in my own preview. It wasn't a preview. I did a stream early this week, but I said I didn't see anything but a Leeds United victory today. I just couldn't imagine anything but a Leeds United victory. But my God, Watford was so poor. I mean, people talking about Sarr. Sarr wasn't even in the game today, and Firpo was good today. I'm gonna get into a couple of good individual performances today. Let's see what the chat's saying. Let's see what we're going in. Paul saying everything you want to see in us. We've started, continued the Bielsa revolution, buzzing his nipples off. Hey. Michael Hurst, we are so wasteful with our chances. Glad to get the win, but damn, yeah. Clive Vassell with a simple yes, 3 points. Yeah, man. Selenum, relief. Okay, yeah. Mark Campbell, Watford were poor, but you have to win that kind of game. 3 points. Yeah. Yeah, look, see, Saladin says the same thing here. Just so wasteful, overcomplicating in front of goal. Apart from that, excellent. Yeah, you know, I just think, yeah. Hey, John B, shout out to you. Yeah, I was correct again. Come on now. Well, I've been wrong a few times this season because we haven't won the games I thought we was going to win. So I'll take this one. Yeah, Michael Cashmore saying exactly, mate. Watford poor. It's still very worrying. Okay, yeah, I hear that. And yeah, and this is another thing as well, Flashcard. I mean, I've said it a couple times already. I'm only 3 minutes in, but Watford were very, very poor. Flashcard echoes that, and he says it's hard to judge our players as Watford offered nothing, but the 3 points are welcome. Yeah. The disallowed goal. Oh yeah, just remind me of that later because I don't know. I think if it was us, I think I'd be a bit mad. but listen, we're owed a couple of referee decisions. We're owed a couple. You know, we've had a few against us this season, and we've even had one in this game. Dan James again. I thought he played well today. I thought he had a good game, apart from the final ball most of the time. But I thought that he had a better game today. I thought him and Firpo did very well down the left. It's like one of you just said. It's so hard to judge this game because Watford. I knew we was going to win it comfortably, but I just didn't think it was going to be that comfortable. Like, if we had won the game 4-5-0, Watford could not have complained. They were very lucky to lose just 1-0 today. And, okay, let's go with the good performances. Junior Firpo had a really good game going forward today. I liked what I saw today. He's getting better. You can see that he's starting to settle, starting to get into the rhythm of it. He's still not making those overlapping runs as he should be all the time, but he is getting better as the games are going on. I'm really confident in Junior to get better as we move forward. Dan James also. I thought Click was all right. I just thought that his shooting today was it wasn't good today. The times where he did get it on target, they were just easy catches for Foster, and the time he did hammer it, it went over the bar. Rodrigo, I think he messed up his chance up front. I'll be honest, I thought Rodrigo was one of the weak links in all of this. Uh, he had opportunities today to really wrap it up. When we was 1-0 up, he had a chance where he's put through by Raphinha, who, we don't need to go into it. Raphinha was amazing. But he got put through in his first touch, it was awful. And the ball went away from him. It was his chance today to get on the score sheet. It was a perfect game for him to get on the score sheet. But he didn't make it count today. And I think when Tyler Roberts eventually made his appearance, I'm pretty sure Rodrigo kind of drifted back and Roberts went further up. Whether that happened or not, it doesn't matter. They're both kind of ineffective in that way. But yeah, we should have won that one by loads more. And that's my overriding feeling. Relief. I'm not really relieved because I did expect to win. As cocky as that sounds, I expected to beat Watford, but we should have done a bit better. Yeah, Harmony echoing that. Firpo was brilliant today. I thought he was amazing. Yeah, Roberts did. He almost scored a nice goal, hit the bar. Okay. Yeah, Alexander Dallas was poor again. Shooting was terrible last season. He would have netted, and that's what I was thinking when I was watching some of those efforts from Dallas today. Like there was just zero composure on the shots. I mean, you could echo that at a lot of them today. But Stuart Dallas, what we saw last year, 8 goals in the league. You expect him to just be a bit more composed and take his time. And left, right foot, it didn't matter. They just went like blazed over the bar. It was so frustrating that we didn't score more than 1 goal today. This was a chance to really hammer up our goal difference and take it to him. But apart from that, I thought, like I say, Click and Dallas, I think them two and Rodrigo were kind of like, those three were good, but without being clinical. Does that make sense to you? I thought everything that they were doing was kind of good up until it got to the shooting part, which is when it all just fell apart for whatever reason. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you were echoing that today. Watford were absolutely awful. It's so true. Like, they were so bad. Like, I just cannot believe how they turned up to Ellen Road. And how people really thought that Watford were going to do anything today, and they turn up and do that. And you just look at their team as well. Their team it's just full of like misfits, and I mean that in a respectful way because they're all professional footballers. But you got Danny Rose, who was disregarded at Tottenham, Sissoko the same way, Josh King, who was just looking for a route back into the Premier League by any means necessary. Sarr is their one standout star that can possibly be a class player in the future. Dennis, Ben Foster is still he's 38. They've just got a whole load of parts just here, there, and everywhere. And it's like, if it works, sometimes I guess it must come off. They've got some points on the board this season. But for me, nah, that's a home banker every day of the week for me. Every day of the week. Tate Dillon, would it make sense to put Dallas at right back and Shackleton in midfield? Oh, I actually like Shackleton at right back today. I think again Shackleton was another good performer today. Yeah, a couple of misplaced passes in the defense, but this is a guy that's seemingly converting now from a central midfielder into a right back. So you have to forgive him for those and allow him to get those adjustments made. But one thing I do notice about Shackleton, and I don't know if anyone else agrees, is that he just gives us a little bit more energy going down the right-hand side compared to Luke Ayling. But that's the natural transition of getting some of the older players out and getting a few more pacier players in. It's not always about speed. You don't have to be the quickest, but you can tell with Shackleton, he's got energy to burn, and we're benefiting from that at the moment. So, when Ayling does get fit, it will be interesting to see what happens. But we know Bielsa's loyal to a lot of these players that brought us up. So we'll see, the main stars that brought us up. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, Stephen LC, asked that question too. Is there a chance Shackleton starts over Ailing? We'll just have to wait and see, because for me, Shax has done very, very well. Need to see very well. Just talk about the goal quickly, because the goal was nothing special. Great to see Llorente complete 90 minutes. Good to see him back in the team. I did think, you just knew that Cooper was going to start with whoever, but it is nice to see Llorente back and fit. And he does give us that threat from corners. He is more of a threat from corners attacking than most of our other centre backs. So it was nice to see him get on the score sheet. Scrappy goal, 1-0. We'll take that all day long. It is what it is. But apart from that, I thought Llorente carrying the ball out, splitting passes, like breaking the lines today with some of his passes. That's what you miss from him. And that's why I'm so desperate to keep this guy fit, that this guy stays fit. Because as long as he's fit, we've got one hell of a centre back on our hands. But every time you look at him play and you see him wince or something, just like, no, please, just be all right. But hopefully this is it now, where we have got our centre back and he plays the rest of the season. Wouldn't it be nice now to see him play for the rest of the season? Yeah. It would be nice to see him play for the rest of the season, just fully healthy, get himself fit and get himself back in that Spanish squad contention. But first of all, play full-time for Leeds United. Cooper once again on 30 minutes had a problem. Was very lucky. For me, the referee today was not good in quite a few senses today. I thought he was pretty poor overall. But yeah, Cooper did get away with one, because I don't know how he got away with that on Josh King. It was a foul, and I don't see how the referee didn't give it. But straight underneath Mohamed Smith about the Dan James penalty, it was a penalty for me, because if you look at that, the players hold him back. Yes, they've come together, but the player's got his arm across, he's held him down. That's a penalty, because later on in the very same game that we're watching, another player holds Dan James back and it's a free kick, but that one's near the halfway line. I just don't get it's just the inconsistency that kills you. It just kills you. You just don't know what they're going to give these referees. But one thing I do take into consideration with Dan James, and you just have to remember when he was at Manchester United, is that he did used to go over a little bit easy, because I noticed that when he was at Man United, he used to go over a little bit easy, and you just wonder if that kind of bites him in the butt a bit when it comes to giving him decisions, because he should have had one at Newcastle and he should have had one today. And you just wonder, because he goes over, because he kind of did it later in the game, in the last few minutes, where he went over from Danny Rose. Was not a foul, was not a penalty, but he goes over very, very, very easy. So you just have to wonder if referees do have that, because they do have that in their subconscious. You see it with other players that get accused of diving. Zaha gets it, and Zaha's been lucky enough where the referee on the pitch has said no penalty, and it's gone to VAR, and they've said it is a penalty. We haven't had that benefit of the doubt yet, but yeah, I thought it was a penalty today, for sure. Harmony, we are a different side when Llorente plays. He's just a different type. He's a different type of centre back to anything else we have. Robin Koch is probably the closest, but it's just that we haven't seen Robin Koch in so long that we just don't know we can't remember what he's like. But Llorente is a classic ball carrying centre back. But not only that, he gets in with the tackles, and he's a threat at both ends. He heads them out when we're defending the corners, and he heads them in when we're attacking. If he wasn't so injury prone, I think that a lot more people will be talking about Llorente, and a lot more clubs would probably be linked with him too. But all we can do now is just hope that he stays fit. That's it for me with him. Darren Wong, it's like VAR is against us. But that's where I'll go with, because somebody asked about their disallowed goal. I do think that it was very harsh. It was a coming together between Cooper and I can't remember who the Watford player is, and then Cooper kind of rolls over and touches Meslier scrambling for the ball. But I gotta say, if that was against us, I wouldn't be very happy. So we may have got away with one there. But like I said, these things, as the saying goes, these things even themselves out over the season, and we are owed one of these. So let's take that as it is. They've had a perfectly good goal ruled out, but we were owed that one. So let's take that W and just keep it moving. Mike's Leeds Academy. Firpo had a lot of stick lately. Kept Sarr in his pocket, absolutely. And then when they switched over, I think Sarr went over to the other side, and Sema was then with Firpo, and Firpo was taking care of Sema too. So yeah, for me, Firpo had a really good game. And Mike's Lead Academy, it was you that I'm sure you said that you was retiring from the content creation game, but I hear you back. So good on you, man. Philip, what bad language, man? Yeah, Gary Keefe. Yeah, Dan James did go over easy later in the game. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Mm. Philip Anderson, ref is a proper mug. Did you see later though in the game with Dennis, the Watford guy? He was sure that it was a throw into Watford, and he gave the referee the glasses thing. I love that stuff. He did get booked for it, but yeah, you could tell he was just getting frustrated with him. Poor ref though, man. Yeah, Darren, this is what I was going to say. People are comparing Sarr to Raphinha. What a joke! Like, by the way, our show, the Prem Panel show, is on Thursdays. It isn't just on Twitch now; it's on YouTube. So we go live at either 9 or 9:30. So if you are available to watch that, come and watch that. That's the show with myself, Liverpool fans, a Chelsea fan, a Tottenham fan, and a Man United fan. It's a really good show. But yeah, when we was doing the prediction for this, and they were talking about Ismaila Sarr, I'm like, I had to cut in and say, yes, Ismaila Sarr is good, but he's their one threat. And if you're comparing their one threat to our one threat is 10 times the player that Ismaila Sarr is. And I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. So, but yeah, Sarr, I'm not saying Sarr is not going to be a good player in the future. For me, he's just got to, he's still a bit raw, but he's not going to be enough. And he wouldn't be enough to beat us at our own place. No chance. And that's not something that our team can let happen. So that was it for me. And that's all it is with the Chufla. Chufla, Sarr is that as the version of Raf. Oh my days. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Just trying to see. I mean, guys in general, I'm just wondering what people thought of Rodrigo's performance. I mean, I've already given my opinion on Rodrigo, but what do you guys in the chat think of Rodrigo today? I mean, for me, if we had Bamford up front today playing the way that we played, we win in this game 3-4-0. Easy as well. Easy. The chances that Bamford would have taken today, I don't think it would have been in doubt. And again, I mean, I'm not talking about Tyler Roberts here, but I would have loved to have seen Joe Gelhardt get on the pitch today and see what he could have done. You know, the way that we were playing today, we were on the front foot for Jesus Christ, 98% of the game at least. I'm probably being generous with the 2% for Watford. But it would have been good to see Gelhardt get on, maybe even Lewis Bate, maybe just to see what he could have done. Just checking something here. Yeah, Lewis Bate wasn't even a sub today, but in future, I'm talking about maybe Bate coming on for these games, because I think against teams like Watford and these kind of middling to bottom Premier League teams, we might as well give these guys a chance. Our squad is thin, so we might as well give these boys a chance. Just looking at something here. Like I say, people, if you've just come in, smash a like on the video. Let's get this over 100. There's over 100 people in here. Let's get this video with at least 100 likes. And yeah, as it stands right now, people, we're 16th in the league, out of the bottom three, which is what I like to see. Southampton lost as we knew they would. Well, I knew they would anyway. But yeah, 16th, we will take that right right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gary Keith, just on the Rodrigo thing, we do seem to want to overcomplicate things. Rodrigo's touch on the ball was off, had at least one or two simple chances. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't even like they were hard to control or anything else like that. I think he was just, it's, sometimes when you're over eager with something, not in that way, keep it clean, people. But when you're over eager, sometimes you just rush things and mess it up. And I think that's what happened with him today. Yeah, Blinky Fish, Rodrigo needs to get on the score sheet. Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, Casper. Yeah, you're right. James Ward-Prowse did get a red card today against Chelsea, which means he'll be out of the game against us. Now, for me, I gotta be honest. I do not rate James Ward-Prowse all that much, but he is a set piece threat with his delivery and his free kicks, and he's on penalties for them too. So, yeah, any advantages that we can have going to Southampton in the next game, we'll take, and that is an advantage to have. Ted Garron, Rodrigo has tremendous talent, but his touches around the goal have been awful. Cost several potential goals. Yeah, man, it was frustrating, man. It was frustrating. Nicholas Griffin, 5 points off Europa spot now. Let's go. Hey, calma. Yeah. Flash Clog, Rodrigo let himself down again. Poor finishing again. Wouldn't have hurt to have given Gelhardt 20 minutes. Shax and James positive today. Think Meslier had a nice rest. Yeah, it was nice to have Meslier not do so much today. He earned that clean sheet. He earned that clean sheet without having to do a lot of work. He's earned that over these games that we've played because he's kept the score down. So a nice, simple clean sheet for him today. Much deserved for our young stud in goal. Absolutely. Saint Nicholas Griffin, Saints will definitely miss James Ward-Prowse, but still dangerous. Nah, not for me. I mean, I went on I did, as I said, I did a stream on my channel earlier this week talking about Southampton, just how poor they've been this season, this year. Since January of this year, they've taken 16 points, people. 16. That's not good. But the thing is, you probably didn't even realize that because nobody in the media talks about it because no one cares about Southampton. Their fan base don't give people enough interactions for them to write about it, to talk about it on Talksport or wherever it may be. No one cares. So they've just gone under the radar, stinking out the joint very, very quietly. But they've got 16 points since January this year. That's not good. So for me, we're going to Southampton and we're looking to win. That's it for me. If as I've said to you before, if I don't feel that we can beat teams like that, I'll pack this whole thing up, man, because there's just no point. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mohammed Smith, they do have some good players. Livramento looks good. Yeah, he does look good. But the team on the whole is not good. They lost so many key cogs in their team this summer. And they replaced them kind of, but not fully. They didn't get as good. And I rate Adam Armstrong. I like Adam Armstrong, but he's no Danny Ings. They lost Vestergaard in the centre back place. I don't think they replaced him adequately. They lost Ryan Bertrand at left back. And listen, they're one of the teams that will be battling relegation come the end of the season. We just got to make sure we're not with them. You know what I mean? Yeah, Bono, I mentioned that already. We got lucky with that freaky corner by Watford. But like I said earlier, we're owed a refereeing decision to go our way. So, this guy, T85, let me just shorten that down. Evening Cage, he managed to get to the game. Total domination. Don't think Watford had a shot on target apart from their disallowed goal. Yeah. Yeah, I just cannot get over just how easy this game was today. It was like a training game against the under 18s. So Robert Hall, a bit concerned about Dallas. Looks as if he was in pain. Maybe good for him not to go on international right now. Yeah, did they say it was a groin or something? Yeah, maybe he won't be going on the international break. Maybe he'll use it to rest, recuperate, and sort out whatever he might need to sort out. and just come back fresh for the Southampton game. We'll have to wait and see what they say after the game. But yeah, yeah, confidence up. Bono, confidence will be up now. We need to put these small teams to bed. All these away. Yeah. Gordon White, afternoon KG, 3 points, completely dominated, but still nervous towards the end. See, I wasn't even nervous. The only thing that just it always makes you just worry with our team is that we are capable of just conceding a goal out and like out of nothing. It can be just a simple ball played through and somebody miskicks it and then the other person just slats it in. We've seen it many times against us, but I don't know. Today I just wasn't feeling the nerves. I just thought we was just comfortable, and we should have won this one 3-4, 5-0. Yeah. PBDS finally a win. Llorente last 90 minutes and man of the match. Yeah. See, it's all positives today. That's what I'm saying today. I know I said about Rodrigo being wasteful, but this is a positive stream. We're going to keep this one positive. I don't think we need to dissect anything. Apart from the poor finishing, have I missed anything else in regards to anything else bad that we did today? Because the performance in general today for me was excellent in terms of our movement and everything. We just need to put the ball in the back of the net, or at least test Ben Foster a little bit more. I don't remember Ben Foster having to make any like hard or difficult saves. Uh, did it? Robert Hall happened too many times. My nails have gone after every Leeds game at the moment. Fair enough. Mohammed, Strike was bad. I think he's joking here. Strike was on for like 30 seconds. Bandy saying somebody's going to get a hiding from us soon enough. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. We will definitely be beating somebody bad very, very soon. I can feel that too. Yeah, I mean, from what I could hear, the fans are a credit. Paul Homeboy, fans are a credit. Proud to be Leeds. Yeah, the fans sounded great in the ground today, and that's what we need. We need that from the people that go to games, that are able to get to games, just to make it as difficult as they can for teams like Watford. Because you could see Watford, they didn't want it today. They were shrinking. They shied away from the ball a lot of the time. I just don't think they fancied it today, and I think the crowd were a big part of that. So big up to everyone that was able to get to the game. Uh, yeah, Darren Wang on a note for Raphinha. I'm trying not to mention him too much today because he was amazing, but I can't say it too many times. But Darren Wong, really looking forward to Raphinha's first Brazilian cap as a Leeds player. Going to be so proud. Yeah, it's going to be wicked to say that we've got an active Brazilian player in the team, and that's actually quality. You look at Raphinha and how many other teams in this league would love to have him in those top sides. We've got a real class player on our hands, and like I say, I'm just going to just keep enjoying him while he's here, and just do that, because what he was doing today in the first half, especially when that diagonal ball that he plays, people think that they can read it, but he just somehow cuts the ball to make it go to our player. Like that's just natural ability, and it's his work off the ball as well. When the ball is in motion and he's making moves and making people go one way while he goes the other, and yeah, he's just class. Love the guy. Love the guy. Uh, T85, even more important, clean sheet today. Yeah, that was important. That was important today that we come out with a clean sheet. We haven't had one, so yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Michael makes a great point there. We are not totally happy, but imagine the conversation if Watford had got their goal count of blessings. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. If that goal had stood and the game ended 1-1, we would be talking very differently today, because we wouldn't have deserved to have a draw. We should have won the game. So yeah, the conversation would have been very, very different. But what there is at the moment is just a points going forward for the team, and just be more clinical, just get more clinical in front of goal. But I don't know how long Bamford's going to be out, but hopefully he's back after the international break, because I would much prefer to see Bamford back up front than Rodrigo. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, Paul Homeboy, yeah, Dan James, yeah, he was up to stuff. That's what I'm saying. Dan James had a good game, just apart from the final third stuff. But yeah, he was doing bits as well, man. And a couple of them tried a few turns, but it's just when Raf does it, it's just so natural looking, and you know, maybe I'm biased. So maybe I'm biased. Okay, Gordon White. Foster was interviewed after the match and said if the Watford goal had stood, it would have been robbery. We did not deserve it. Yeah, that sounds like something Ben Foster would say, actually. That sounds like something he would say. So, but we've seen before, it doesn't matter if you deserve it or not. The result is a result. And if you come out with a 1-1 after you've dominated, that shows that you haven't been efficient enough. So we were just lucky that Watford didn't turn up today. That's all I'm saying. Mm, mm, mm. Gary Keith, you sound like the doctor here, but so does Pillow Feet Harrison get back in? Well, these are the problems that you want, though. These are the problems that you want to have. In that Dan James and Firpo looked like they were linking up brilliantly down the left today. If Jack Harrison can't get back in straight away, that's only a good thing for us because it means that when Jack does come back in, he'll be trying his hardest to make sure that he gets his spot back. Because, if we're being honest, Harrison hasn't been great so far this year. I know he's had this season. I know he's had COVID and everything, but hey, if Dan James is going to play like this and then add something to that end product, sometimes when Dan James shoots, it's like he's not sure. Like he just pokes at it a lot of the time and hopes for the best. But hopefully he works that out in the next couple of weeks. But I don't know. I don't think Bielsa will drop Dan James at this point in time. I just don't. I just don't see it right now. Mohammed Smith, no chance. James is dropped. Tom Gallagher. So far, no foreshore appreciation tweet from Rads. Yeah. Yeah, and we've won as well, so we'll definitely have his phone on him. The night is young, though, Tom. The night is young, so look out for it later. Paul Homeboy, we are getting options. Bielsa is a genius. The transformation of the team. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, mm. Yeah. I mean, like I say, there's just a few things that I would change, but this isn't the stream for it because we've won the game and we can enjoy our Saturday. So yeah, Stephen LC, shout out to you in Houston. I definitely noticed the synergy between Dan James and Junior Firpo. Why mess with what's working? Yeah, but then again, Creswell had a great game against West Ham, but he had to come out. Sometimes that's just the way it is. But in all fairness, Harrison hasn't been in form, so yeah. Yeah, so people, listen, there's not really much else I can really say about the game today. Happy with the result, happy with the performance. Wish that we could have been more clinical to make it a more emphatic scoreline, but we cannot complain with that. We got our first win on the board before international break, so there should be no worries, no discussions about any kind of relegation battle or anything like that. I would hope not anyway, because you can see that we're just not going to be in that kind of battle. We are going to shoot up the table in the coming weeks when we play all these games against Southampton, Wolves, Norwich. I do think that we're very good for points in all three of those games. So yeah, I think it's all positive from here on out in terms of the next few games. I don't know if anyone else feels differently. If you feel differently, leave it in the comments, when this stream's done. Um, yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say. That's it. Leeds United have won 3 points. Enjoy your Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, people, like the stream, like the video if you're watching after, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, and like I say, Thursdays, if I'm not back on here before Thursday on the Coppish channel, I will put the link in the community posts on the Thursday when I'm due to go live with them. We'll be having a show at 9 o'clock or 9:30 next Thursday. So look out for that. Okay. So yeah, people, enjoy your evening and see you next Thursday, if not before then. But yeah, peace.